Hello, my name is Horn. I'm a consultant psychiatrist and I'm editor of the journal. And this is an evidence how we helped a young student or early doctor to write a systematic review. And she was interested in the global burden of perioperative anxiety in the pediatric population. And the interest was what causes and what type of anxiety is relevant before an operation. So altogether, there were some, this is a search term, so perioperative anxiety, pediatric prevalence, and these are the studies which were identified, some via Medline, some via Scopus, and there were articles excluded for lack of data not taken in the relevant population or in the relevant time, no data on prevalence, no data on pediatric population. Right, so in total there were 12 studies, and this is a table of the studies which I'm coming to now. So the studies were not really small, so somewhere in the 40s, 50s, but there are also a couple of studies in the low thousands or hundreds. And the one astonishing part is that most use the Yale preoperative anxiety scale. The other one was a visual analog scale and the state trait anxiety inventory. So, and when you look here, you can see that the prevalence was between 10 and 80%. So I couldn't see any reason for that. The surgeries were much different. So there was lots of anxiety, and this anxiety possibly needs some decent addressing. There was some weaknesses in the studies that they all looked just short before the let's say short before the assessment, when there was very little follow-up. So you didn't really know whether people were anxious in general, whether the anxiety would go or any change. So just more or less we know that people are anxious. Children in this between 6 and 18 were anxious, and that the SWAF study looked at that. So this is more or less the conclusion. There needs to be more assessment and possibly a bit of a higher variety of relevant scales. And if you like this paper or this video, please like it or subscribe to our channel. We would like to provide some overview of what has been published recently and make it easier and more accessible for people to look at their papers. If you want to look at the papers, you can click the link on the description of this paper, but you can also go to the journal www.globalpsychiatry.co.uk, and that's where you can find the paper. So please subscribe and like, and enjoy your Easter. Okay, thanks. Have a good time. Goodbye then. Merci.